Today I'm going to talk to you about the red light camera program. According to the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, 22% of all traffic accidents happen merely due to red light running behavior. Every year, some 800 people are killed and $7.5 billion in damages, property, liability, insurance hikes, and medical bills can be attributed to this behavior. The solution for some is the installation and usage of a red light camera program. In this speech, I'm going to tell you the history, why it's being done, how the cameras work, and the effectiveness of the camera program. First of all, the red light running is defined as entering and proceeding through an intersection, either intentionally or unintentionally, after the signal has turned red. The purpose of the program is to improve the safety of the signalized intersection and to bring awareness to the drivers. The first cameras were installed in Australia in the 1970s. They immediately noticed a reduction in collisions by 35 to 60%. Since then, this program has been adopted in 33 countries, including the United Kingdom and the United States. It was in 1982 in Manhattan when an 18-month-old girl was dragged for 13 blocks by a red light runner in her stroller. Her mother and an enraged neighbor started the safety advocacy group STOP for Stop Traffic Offenses program, and they lobbied their legislature to start the program, which began in 1993. How often do drivers run red lights? Well, according to the data of 19 intersections in 4 states without cameras, there was over 1,700 violations in 500 hours, which was 3.2 violations per hour per intersection. Obviously, to make this have any kind of change, there needs to be enforcement, but there's not enough money in communities to stick police officers at every intersection. So this is why this program is an alternative. Additionally, to have a police officer chase after a red light runner is just as dangerous to have 2 cars in an intersection versus 1. There's 3 parts to the sophisticated technology of the program. 1 is the camera, 2 are the triggers, 3 is a computer program. First, depending on the installation and the community resources, the camera will be film, video, or digital. It's mounted on telephone poles a few yards up, facing inward, so that they can take photographs from all different directions. The next thing that happens is the triggers. Once the light turns red, the cameras are activated. If a car enters over into the intersection, that triggers a picture. A picture is taken of the vehicle at the edge of the intersection and also at the vehicle in the middle of the intersection. Depending on the state, the picture will show either the back of the car, the front of the car, or both. The next thing that happens with that is the computer program records the date, the time, the intersection location, the speed of the car, and the elapsed time between when it entered the intersection and when the light turned red. From that, all the information is reviewed by a police officer or a trained city official, and if they verify that a violation has occurred, they will send out a citation to the registered vehicle owner. Now, according to industry standards, 80% of responsible drivers for the violation are in fact the registered owners or somebody that lives in their household. But since these tickets are attached to the driver of the vehicle and the owner of the vehicle, it does open the opportunity for what they call a snitch ticket. If the owner of a vehicle was not the driver at the time of the violation, it would be up to them to fight the ticket, and in doing that, they would have to name the driver. Now, people are very concerned about the effect of the driving record and also insurance. And according to the National Campaign to Stop Red Light Running, in most states, a ticket is issued to the vehicle's owner, and no matter who's actually driving, and it is treated just like a parking ticket. It does not carry points, and it does not raise insurance hikes. Now, depending on how you feel about the program, there are 2 big groups for advocacy. The first one, if you're against the program, is the National Motorist Association, who lobby very strongly for these cameras to be eliminated. Their 10 points of contention are the ticket cameras do not improve safety. They don't believe that this really is something that's being done to help overall. They have no certified witness because you cannot cross-examine a camera. The ticket recipients are not adequately notified because they're sent regular mail and not certified. The driver of the vehicle is not positively identified. Ticket recipients are not notified quickly. The devices discourage synchronization of traffic lights. The cameras do not prevent intersection accidents. There are better alternatives, they believe, to these cameras. Ticket camera systems are designed to inconvenience motorists. And lastly, taking pictures of dangerous drivers does not make better drivers. Now, on the other side of the coin is the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. They are a huge proponent for this program. And in their 2011 Institute study, they compared large city red light cameras to those without and found that, in fact, there was a reduction of 24% of crash rates in intersections because of these programs. Additionally, the good news is there was actually a reduction in all crashes, and they attribute that to community awareness of the cameras and drivers correcting behaviors. Now, in these studies, they also found, which was interesting, there was an incidence of increase of rear end crashes. And that is attributed to more drivers being aware of red light programs, and they'll stop short on the yellow or the red, and then people are hitting them from behind because they're not paying attention or they're distracted. But they believe that the increase in the rear crashes does not overcome the positive of the reduction in the red light running, because those are most likely the more serious accidents than the rear end crashes that happen. Now, there are alternatives to this program that the National Motor Association has. They would like, instead of cameras, number one, longer yellow lights. So drivers have a way to get safely through intersections before they turn red. Their second suggestion is that for all clear, where all the signals are red, to clear the intersections before anyone gets a green. The next thing we'd like to see is improve intersections for motorists by improving signage, more turn lanes, to build new turn lanes, provide advanced warning lights at high-speed intersections so you know you're coming up to one, and also to retime the traffic signals. Now, from a toddler to stroller, drug for blocks, or the passionately indignant against Big Brother on a camera, you have both. This program has both brought relief and anger to people. Studies have shown a marked improvement with those, but also have pushed for alternatives. The bottom line is, red light running is a frequent traffic violation and in fact causes, if not fatal, consequences. The installation of the red light camera is a deterrent and has both supporters and detractors. The good news in all cases is that the driver approaches an intersection with an awareness that it may or may not have a camera, and so that means that that driver is mindful of the consequences of running that light. Thank you.